mayong udto kanatong tanan. My dear friends, we are taught most especially by Saint Augustine, one of the doctors of the church and also considered as the doctor of grace, that the grace that comes from God, most especially that the grace that comes from the redemptive actions of Jesus Christ, is the grace that perfects our nature. It is the grace that somehow builds upon our very nature. It's not the grace that only patches our wrongdoings, but the grace of God divinizes our human nature. And that is why the grace that comes from the Lord is actually God's precious gift to us. And we all know that we have been given a lot of opportunities to receive these graces, for we have so many dispensers of graces, most especially the sacraments, that we will be receiving sacramental grace upon celebrating every sacrament that Jesus instituted, and through the church, that grace continues to flow upon us. And therefore, the gospel speaks about this connection, that when Jesus tells us something that is a kind of a confusing statement, when he said, to anyone who has, more will be given, and for the one who has not, even what he seems to have will be taken away. It is because by the gift of the grace from God to us humanity, the more that we respond to this grace, all the more we grow in grace. The more that we can see the efficacious effects of the grace upon us. Kaya kung one way of recognizing our faults and our issues in life, and the other way is also to ask the Lord for this conversion of ourselves. But we forget of our cooperation. As if when God has promised us a grace, that's everything. But one is missing. Yes, the Lord will always dispense us, no matter who we are, if we truly ask that grace. But the response to grace, our human cooperation to that grace, our human part is also very essential for that grace to grow upon us. The very least that we could do as our way of cooperation is even to just exert some effort to better ourselves. Kay bisan gani ang gamay nga opening nga mangayo tag grasya o kapasayloan sa Ginoo is already a very opportune opening for the Lord to do marvelous in us. Bisan wa pa gani kita kuno mangayo pasaylo, even by that desire to ask for the gift of mercy is already good enough for God, and an opening good enough for God to do marvelous things for us. Then therefore the Lord reminds us today that His grace abounds, and yet what is lacking is our human response. What is lacking is our commitment to work with the grace so that we will become the right person the Lord wants us becoming. Amen.